whenever I talk about King of Kings, people say, especially my audience, we've got a lot of MAGA people in the audience. They say, all right, Mark Hamill, right? Because this guy, he's not very MAGA friendly. He's pretty antagonistic towards the MAGA side. So where does he come in all this?
Yeah. So Mark Hamill plays King Herod, which I've seen a lot of comments say, oh, that seems appropriate from people who are on the other political side of the spectrum. But Mark Hamill's actually been out posting about this movie, and he's proud of it. Mark Hamill's a very talented voice actor, and we're a merit-based company. So when you go in the Angel Guild, you actually don't get to see who the names of the producers were or anything. You just vote on the storyline of the movie. So as a Guild member, when you go in and you vote, you don't get to see if Steven Spielberg made it. You don't get to see who the director was. You just vote on the story. And what the Guild voted on is that this story is biblically accurate, and they went and got the best voice talent they could possibly find. And that happens to have Mark Hamill as one of the voices, who lent his voice as King Herod. But if you look at the reviews, you'll see that people are saying this is the most biblically accurate animated biblical show of all time.
Look, and that's what people want. You want to be able to just take the politics out of it for once and say, you know what?
Yeah.
It's about getting this story in front of children, and as a way, not just getting in front of the kids, you start that buzz, you start that good word of mouth. And by the way, there is really great word of mouth telling this.
I do want to point out something. Mark Hamill gets a lot of heat from the right for being in this movie, or the movie gets some heat. But when he went and posted on, I think it's called Blue Sky or Blueski, I don't know how to say the name of that like Twitter competitor.
I don't know, because
when
I don't think
he posted
anyone really
on
uses
that,
it.
he got eaten alive by his own followers saying, "Why are you in a Jesus movie?" And so he's losing. Like, I you have to hand it to him for coming out and saying, I like this part. I liked playing King Herod. And he doesn't care what either side thinks, who are both hating him for taking the part.